Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Lois, and welcome to the final episode of Agrarian Skies 2. This is going to be it. We are going to finish the rest of the quest book today, best we can. There is some stuff that I don't believe is completable, and yeah, we're going to try to do everything today. And the big quest to do is, of course, the 100 Ocarinas. And we've been collecting stuff for that, getting a lot of things together. And we're going to have to automate a bunch of different things, a lot of magical stuff. I will get to that in a second. But yeah, so the plan is this is going to be the final episode. I am going to do a lot of jump cuts because I think that's going to be the easiest way to handle this. And we will kind of, well, go from there. So the only thing I'm even remotely worried about is Yellorium. We have a bit of it here, so it's just a matter of getting the rest of the cyanite ingots that we need and going from there. So we'll get to that here in a little bit, but we're going to have a good bit of stuff to do. So I wanted to start off at the base. We still have one other quest other than the Ocarinas to do, and the cyanite. So we have the Sky Farm. We will complete this. We'll have to cheat in the main book, the OP book to do that. And then we need to make the Mirrored Amulet, which is going to require another Primordial Pearl. We'll get to that after a bit. And then just the cyanite ingots. So we have plenty to do still, but I'm hoping to make this a halfway, not super long episode. If it does get to be a long episode, I might split it up. We'll see. But before we can do anything, I want to just quickly mention that there is an update to this pack after actual years. I haven't taken a look at it yet because it would require me to update this, and I don't want to yet. So that's something that might look into. It might have changed some quests and whatnot. The quest book was removed completely, and a new questing system was added. So there's a lot of differences. So we'll get to that. I'll look at that some other time, and maybe we'll stream this pack again with the updated stuff. Maybe not. I don't know. But last episode, we were struggling to automate this monstrosity. So automating the runic altar was an absolute pain. And then I went to look up some stuff, and I didn't use any designs I found, but I realized that there is a lot of simplicities that we can change. So first of all, this whole setup with the comparator, then putting the dispenser, works great. I just changed this autonomous activator to always be active, so it's continuously right-clicking on there, which is fine. That's perfectly acceptable. And then all of this, the locked hopper is completely and utterly useless. Instead, what we're doing is we have all these dispensers, each set up with one of these chests, so that we can kind of filter the items through. And basically, we want all of those dispensers to be clicked once. Put all the items through here. It drops onto the runic altar. Runic altar does its thing, and then it just repeats. So all we need to do is pull the signal out of the comparator. So what I'm doing is I have the signal going this way, and this is a falling edge detector. So this basically works when this has a signal. Both of these repeaters activate, and this one activates just like slightly before, locking this repeater so that it doesn't send the signal forward. This only sends the signal forward when this guy turns off. So when the runic altar is activated, this outputs a signal of 1, and when it's completed, it outputs a signal of 2. And that's the cue for the living rock to drop on there. You'll see what I mean in a second, because we're going to start getting some of the runes that we need. And then when it's done, it turns back off. So that activates this, which sends a signal to here, which is just a simple redstone torch elevator up to here, which then clicks everything again. If there's items left, it repeats the process. If there's no items left, these all click, but nothing happens, and it stops. To get it started, we use this button. So I went ahead between episodes, and we have, this is going to be the wind runes, the runes of air. This is going to be the fire rooms, and this is the earth rooms. Now this should give us 99 fire rooms, which should be close enough. This should give us like 198 earth rooms, which is fairly close. We'll get to that soon enough. And then, how do we pick the items up? Hopper Hawk. Hopper Hawks have a really cool ability that if you put item frames on whatever inventory they're connected to, that is the only items they will pick up. So it's only going to pick up these 3 runes, which is perfect. The only problem is I'm pretty much out of mana, so gonna have to deal with that. So I'm gonna go grab the lava, and we're gonna deal with that. And I figure once we get this started, we can start getting some of the runes, and then we can basically kind of go do the Thaumcraft stuff, finish the dungeon, and then after that's done, we have the opportunity to come back and make everything, get more levels for the Rosa Arcana and whatnot. So just a lot of work to do. Right, this activates on a timer. Okay, cool. So that will give us mana and all that kind of stuff. So let's go ahead and get this started. So we just get all 3 of these. Can't shift click those. And let's see, right here, and each of these chests will get a stack of items, and that works fine. So everything should be filling up in here, and then all we have to do is hit this button. It drops the items on there. You can see them kind of floating, and it activates. Now this will not activate until this is done, so this should make all the fire runes we need. So we can just leave it. Now I don't know what's going to happen if we leave the chunk. Do we have any chunk loaders? Because that might be a good idea. Can we make chunk loaders? I did go ahead and make another Wand of the Forest just because I had noticed the thermal lilies, the lava things, weren't actually connected to anything, so they weren't producing any mana for us, which is not good. So chunk loaders, there's this one, and that is super expensive. Alright, well, I don't think it's gonna matter too much. So what do we need to do? We also need to make featherlight seeds. So it's diamond and daisy. Does it have to be? Nope. Okay, any type of soil. So we need to get that started, and we need a lot of feathers for this last little part. So daisy, diamond, Daimala. Okay, cool. So we put that down, get one, yeah, a couple stacks of this will be fine. And we just need, you know, the old raiding hoe, that, the bone meal, and we still need crop sticks, but I guess let's just do it this way. And cool. So diamond seeds go there. Daisy seeds go there. And I will grow that momentarily, so we can actually bone meal it. Works just fine. Can't bone meal those though, which is kind of a shame, but whatever. So I'm gonna need a lot of crop sticks. Not that many. Can we do the cheaty way? No, of course not. And we'll get a bunch of sticks, bunch of crop sticks, and put everything else away. So this is going to be the first jump cut, I think. So what I'm going to do is between episodes, wow, I hope I don't do that too much. So actually, before we do anything else, we have one other thing I want to do, and that is, I've decided that it's going to be easier if we just kind of take care of these guys manually. And so what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to make 4 more we're gonna make some blood orbs, some more blood orbs. And we're gonna make just apprentice ones because I believe everything we need is going to be fine with that. So let's see uses of this. So it should tell us if we need anything else. Should make the things we need, which is air elements, amethyst, mana, sapphires, and blood blocks. I believe that's it. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes. So that is literally all we need. So we're just going to do apprentice blood orbs, which is just emeralds. So let's take this guy out. We'll put him in there for right now. We're going to need plenty. And we're going to want 5 emeralds. So let's cut these guys up. And this should be more than enough for all 5. And we're just going to do something like this. Life shard. Do we really care about? Nah, not really. We'll just take them out one at a time. So the reason we want to do that is just so that we can get more blood orbs. That's it. So each one of these will get a blood orb. And unfortunately you can't see them until you actually like look into the inventory. So I'm not going to worry about that right now. Alright, how many? We already have half of the ones we need. So this is working great. The only concern is that we're probably going to run out of things. So mana. So we just need to activate all of these apprentice blood orbs, and I'm gonna get to go fly away, put portal in a box, and we'll go through the portal together once we get ready to do that, and yeah, go from there. So first step is going pretty well. And there's 3. And what we'll do is we'll do this stuff manually. If we can do it a stack at a time, it should be pretty nice and easy. I do need to watch our blood levels. That is going to be a problem. But I'm going to get the featherlight seeds. I'm going to get them 10, 10, 10 so we can start growing them. And then we'll go... Which direction do we want to go? I think we're going to go that way, because we don't have anything over there. So dungeon 3, yeah, that way. To get the last dungeon. Yeah, we're gonna need a lot more feathers. So featherlight seeds it is. Now here's my question. We have 75 yellorite, yellorium rather. We have 600. We need 400 more. So that is the number. And there's another. Well, we should be up to about 200 now, so we're about halfway there with the yellorium, which is nice. So while I'm doing all this work, actually it's 130, so getting there. So while we're kind of waiting, let's go ahead and turn this on for a little bit. And so yeah, I'm going to finish making these. I'm going to make the featherlights, 10, 10, 10 of them, start growing them, and we're going to get a dungeon set up and go through that in just a moment. So be right back. And so after how many portals, I came out here to start the next dungeon, and why hello there Crimson Cultists. So yeah, this was unexpected to say the least. Shouldn't be too much of a problem. We just need to kill these guys. And don't really care. They're doing their thing, but not anymore. We need to get our axe. We'll get rid of these banners. And it's time to set up the next portal. So between episodes, Okay, I knew I was going to start doing that, but I didn't realize it was going to be that bad. Alright, so between takes, I guess, uh, I've done a lot of work back at home. Let's go ahead and journey map this. New Dungeon 4. Save. Cool. So we do that. That guy almost immediately spawned, which is not the greatest of things. We'll keep most of our torches. We're going to want some cobblestone. What do we click? That. Alright. Put that back. We've already taken most stuff off. Let's go ahead and can we put this stuff in here? Certainly can. This stuff we can get more of if we need to. You know what? The sword will be fine. Alright, let's go through. And new dungeon? Is it a new dungeon? But yeah, I wasn't expecting the Crimson Cultists to assault us when we spawned the portal. Because, well, that's usually pretty rare. Alright, cool. So, this is the part where I say goodbye again. And then go through this dungeon. So, yeah, I will let you guys know when I get to the boss. Well then, that took pretty much forever. I've been searching through this place for quite a while, to the point where I actually ran out of Enduring Bolts. Yeah, as you can see, I've been kind of, well, I've had to kill a lot of things to get here, but luckily I found the key pretty much on the way to the boss, so not much backtracking or anything like that, but I've explored a very large portion of this place, so it is time for us to open up and deal with... Oh, okay. It's a portal. Can I just destroy this? I think I can. Okay. Let's just kill all these guys, and this is probably one of the easiest things to deal with, so cool. There is the big bad guy. He's dead. Alright, cool. So that was it. There's the Primordial Pearl. Let's go ahead and break these, because why not? I want the yellow hearts. We don't need all these ender pearls. And anything else? No, I don't think so. So, cool. With the Primordial Pearl, we have pretty much finished what we need to do. So I'm going to throw this armor because I don't really care about it. I want to open this treasure. Let's do it somewhere like over here. And didn't really get anything good, unfortunately, but hey, whatever. So I do believe it is time for me to make the trip back home. And once I get there, well, for me, it's probably gonna be another day because I think I'm done recording this for now. So we're gonna get back. The fire runes are done, so we're gonna start processing the earth runes. I think is gonna be next, and the other thing that I went ahead and did between this cut and the last cut, well, the prior one to that, we have the featherlight seeds, 10, 10, 10, and all that kind of fun stuff. So just a matter, yeah, that's where I found the key, by the way, so it was pretty convenient. But yeah, so that is gonna be it for the Eldritch dungeon, which means that yeah, we're pretty close to being done with a lot of this stuff. So I'm gonna head back home and we are going to continue back from there, so be right back. Alright, so for you guys it's been a couple of seconds. For me it's been basically a day. And it's the next day. So this is by far the longest episode I've ever actually like recorded, even though we're only 20 minutes in. Yeah, this is gonna be fun. So we got the Primordial Pearl. So we can complete the last Thaumcraft quest in here. For the Mirrored Amulet. I also have all of the runes of fire, so I wanted to go ahead and start working with the runes of earth. So before we do anything else, we're going to grab another mushroom, stone. Basically, I want to do one more set of all of this. Mana, steel, and coal. So this is just going to be one more set of all the ingredients, and I think that is going to make things kind of the best. So we'll go ahead and grab these, and let's get these guys into these chests so that we can start making the runes of earth. Now, the runes of fire, which we already have, we need to do some stuff with this. So I'm going to let it kind of load up. Running somewhat low on mana, made a little bit of an AFK spot so I can be safe, so I can deposit levels and all that kind of fun stuff. Thermal lilies will work just fine too. Worst case scenario, I just bump up production of like thermal lilies and all this, and we'll be good to go. So let's go ahead and get this started. Something I discovered, there can be visual glitches with this. It's kind of interesting, but doesn't really matter too much. So with that taken care of, what are we going to do with these fire runes? Well, these fire runes are going to be used to make fire elements. So we just need to pulverize them. So that's what I'm going to get started doing. And I think, let's see, if we put them down here, is this guy augmented? He is. So they're not going to go anywhere, but we can go ahead and pulverize all this and grab them out. So we have the fire elements. Now, what are the fire elements used for? Well, rubies. We're going to need 100 of these, and that's going to be kind of fun because, well, it's, if you didn't see, it's an arcane crafting. So we set up last episode a system to automatically craft that. So we're going to tell the system to go ahead and do that here in a moment. So I already have all of the, I already have a lot of the stuff kind of ready. We do need to teach the system how to make it. But we'll get there in a moment. So let's grab all of these. So all 100 fire elements. We're going to need a ton of stone, 400 stone and 400 ender pearls. So we're going to teach the system how to make this. So can I shift click it like that? No. Okay. So stone's on the corners, and these go here. Save pattern to knowledge core. And I don't know if, I think we have to put that in here. Yes. Okay. So now if we throw all this stuff in here, and grab all of the ender pearls that I put in this barrel. I did that mostly just so that we had nice and convenient storage. We should be able to go ahead and ruby craft 100 of those. So I've never actually done this before, but that is certainly going to take a while. But we have one. Yeah, that's going to take a long time, and it's mostly because of the Ignis getting a lot of, well, V from this guy, who, if I had my other armor on, I could tell you which my other armor is in there. So we'll just have to use a thermometer. This will tell us. Did I never scan that? I thought it would tell me what elements it has, but evidently not. Yeah, because that one does. The ore node and all that, but whatever. It's going to take some time, but it should process kind of automatically. Each ruby is requiring, so if we look real quick, each ruby is requiring 100 Ignis, and so that is the problem. That's just going to take time. We'll get there. We'll worry about everything else in the meantime. And speaking of everything else, we need to make this mirrored amulet. So in order to make this guy, we need the mundane amulet, magic mirror, empty map, and primordial pearl, which I have all that. So let's go ahead and start placing this stuff. Mundane amulet and empty map. And then we're going to need what? 16 mortis, 32 vacuous, and perditio. Okay. So we should have all that. We have 64 mortis. That's fine. Plenty of perditio, and was it 32 vacuous? Yes. Okay. So let's just grab our arcane abacus just to make sure. And it should go off without a hitch. So we'll just smack that, and it'll do its thing, and we'll be able to complete this quest. Now, I really don't have any desire to do anything with this, but it is something we can kind of worry about. So we're making all of these runes of earth. And so what are we going to be doing with these guys? Well, what we're going to do, and I'm going to take 50 of these for now. What we need to do is cast them in a casting table with liquefied emeralds, which we have over here. We just need to set up some servos and another chest. So let's get that while we're waiting on... Oh, never mind. Never mind, this is done. So that should be that quest. And the Thaumcraft page should be done. No, there's still another quest somewhere, but it's not showing up. I'll have to look into that. I don't know. I wonder if it has something to do with the Thaumcraft extra cells type stuff, so fluids. But we have 4 rubies out of 100. That's going to take forever. Okay, so what do we need to do with these runes of earth? We need to set up a little bit of automation just so that we can go ahead and get everything we want. So servo. So what we can do, put that there. So we could either, you know what? Let's break this guy. And put that there. We can save on chests a little bit. So what we can do, put the casting basin over here, break that, break that. So we'll have an input chest, that'll be this one, I guess. We'll just have an input and an output chest, and see, that can be like that and that can be like that. So no, we can't do it that way. Never mind. Alright, so let's think about this. Unless we want to do filters. You know what, let's grab some filters. That'll be easier. So I guess we can just do one chest, input, output, and we just need some filters, which we have. So all we need to do for this, and then we're going to want a fluid duct as well, and I don't think we need anything else. So let's just come over here, break that guy, put him there, add a servo on that, which says enabled high. I think that's what we want. And I don't know that that will hit both of them, but we'll see. So this can be output, this can be output. No, that has to be insert. Never mind. Let's switch these around. I don't have my crescent hammer on me. Where did I put that? Is it in the chest over here? No, I picked up that chest. So it's probably in here. Yep. Okay. So all we're going to do is just set up a really simple system to get all of these runes of earth turned into the earth elements. So take that off. So this has to be the output, and we'll put a filter on there that says blacklist runes of earth. And we're gonna need one more item duct. Let's grab a good one. So let's grab an impulse item duct, and that should be really all we need. And put that away. Cool. So we need to have one more just for an insert here, or rather extract. So we extract, 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 extract. So insert there, put a filter on that. This will only extract runes of earth. Only extract runes of earth. Servo, these guys will automatically just extract, and then this will be a whitelist for the runes of earth. So that should be fine. So if we turn this guy on, we should see 2 runes of earth go there. Alright, we can't put that there, but what we can do, put this here, and that should start getting us air elements. So, or not air elements, earth elements. Cool. That should work just fine. So then as we get more earth elements over here, which we already have another 50, so there is a full 100, we can kind of just continue doing this. So we're gonna need we're gonna need a lot of these guys. So that is gonna be that. So what is next? Well, we still need a lot of feathers. Ow. We still need a lot of feathers. And 2, 3, 4, 5. We need 600 feathers, plus all the ones for the 400 wind runes, I do believe. So I've been collecting them here. We are 100 short, so not too bad. I have a cheat sheet where I kind of wrote down all the recipes that we're going to need. Yeah, because we're going to need a lot of air elements, and that's going to require a lot of feathers. I did not include the wind runes in the feather calculations. So, last thing we're going to do before we do anything else, we need to get a bunch of rich slag. And so, I kind of want to, we're going to pick up this guy. And, or did I make another one? No. We're going to upgrade this guy. So, induction smelter. We're going to want to Oh, come on. We're going to need some Invar. That should not be too difficult. How are we doing on that? 87 more. Cool. It's just going to take forever. So there is a hardened. Let's get a signalum gear, hardened glass, and that should not be too bad. We just need the signalum gear now, which it's just going to take a second to craft. Nothing too major here. But I want to upgrade this guy, and then we're going to basically use him to get a ton of rich slag. We're going to need 100 rich slag. And I don't think... this guy is actually... Okay, you know what? Never mind. Never mind. We're not going to upgrade this guy anymore. We're just going to use the one underneath. It's not as automatic, but whatever. So let's just put this guy back. And in order to get rich slag... we need to smelt whatever we can. So let's just get ore. What's something we have a lot of? We have a lot of gold. So if we look at the uses of gold, gold in the pulverizer will get a cinnabar, and induction smelter, we want rich slag, so if we use cinnabar, we'll get rich slag. So do we have much cinnabar? Not really. But recipe. We can get that from processing redstone in a pulverizer or cinnabar ore with some jelly cryothium. We could also grind up the gold ore, but I don't think I want to do that. So we have a good bit of redstone ore. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come down here. I'm going to pulverize... Nope, not the gold ore. As much of this stuff as I possibly can. And I'm going to try to get as much rich slag as possible. Now the rich slag, we're going to need blood blocks for that. And blood blocks are the earth elements. So as soon as we have 100 earth elements, we can start working on finishing up some other stuff. So I will tell you guys what, I am going to be right back. I'm going to let this guy pretty much finish once we get some more, you know, mana and all that. How close are we? Not very. So I am going to kind of hang out here for a little bit. I'm going to get the rest of the earth runes turned into earth elements, and then we will go from there. So I will be right back. Well, I messed up a little bit. So I made way too many runes of earth. I've got stacks upon stacks of them. Whoops. Oh well. Made a few too many. I miscounted a little bit, but we have the 200 earth elements we're gonna need. We're a little bit more than halfway with the rubies. I got all the rich slag we needed and all the feathers. Rich slag, there was a couple different ways to get that with the gold and redstone ore. So I kind of mixed and matched with the induction smelter and the pulverizer. Worked out pretty well. Still working on getting the rest of the yellowite. We're getting close with that as well. We need probably about another 100 and some. Probably about another 2 stacks. How are we doing? We have 79. We need 200. So we are a little under halfway there with that. So by the time of the next clip, we should be a little bit better off. Now, before we get into the rest of the stuff that we're going to do, so we're going to be making the gold coins with the gold. We're going to deal with the earth elements, turn those into what we need them to be, and all that kind of fun stuff. We need to deal with mana. So yeah, we need to deal with mana, and the way we're going to do that is with a new flower, the Ocarinas. I wanted to see if we could make the mana spreaders. We don't have any more elementium, and I don't really feel like getting that guy set back up, so We're going to live with what we have. So we need 2 Kakimers. That's what I'd like to try to get. It's going to require some petals, some pixie dust, and runes of gluttony. The runes of gluttony are the hard part because we don't have any more runes of fire, so we need to make runes of fire, and we're going to need 2 mana diamonds. Runes of fire are pretty easy. We just need some iron. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I already had that on me. And we just have to hope we have enough mana for all this. So, mana is what I'm currently running out of. If we just put those, that, it will automatically do its thing. Now, the only trick here is that it will not drop. This guy will not pick up the rune, which is fine. But there we go. So we have our rune of fire, and then we just do this, and these. We'll get the runes of gluttony. So I have everything I need for the 300 runes of air, other than the mana steel, which I need more mana for that. And there's the runes of gluttony. So we come over here. We're going to need what petals? 2 white, 2 orange, 2 brown for each one. So 4 white, 1, 2, 3, 4, and brown. Now that's one. Do we actually even have? I didn't think this one through. Okay, we do. So let's. Yeah, no, let's not even worry about that. Let's get 2 of these guys grown. And we just need to grab a watering can of some sort. And we'll be... Actually, can't we use... Nah, let's just use a watering can. I don't know if we can use bone meal on those. Let's get the good watering can. So, the Kakimers flower is a flower that produces mana based on, well, eating cake. It's perfect kind of flower, in my opinion. It's exactly the type of flower I'd want to be if I could be a flower, you know, just eat cake all the time. But it's actually a really powerful flower. It is one of the higher tier flowers in this version of Britannia. I don't know about newer Britannia stuff, because I haven't played newer Britannia. But in the 1.7 stuff and earlier, because this is 1.7, it is a great flower to use. The Thermal Lilies are really good, as well as the Rose Arcana, which we're going to do something with that as well. And I said Arcana really weird. So we need, which ones need to be both brown, one of each of the others. So we just come over here. All those get in there, 2 of those, 2 of those. And we just need 2 seeds and a bucket, which I have been making a lot of buckets of milk. Can we set up 30? Yes, we can. Cool. And that should give us some more buckets. I was going to say, it should not use those up. So I killed the chocolate cows because we don't really need them, or we have a spawner for them, and starting to get normal cows again, just to get more milk, and yeah, that'll give us more cake, which means perfect. So let's get this, put that in there. And can we just shift right click? We can, or not even shift right click, just right click. And it works just fine. Cool. So we have 2 Kakimers flowers. Let's grab a bunch of the Kaki. I almost spelled it with a K. And we're going to want our Wand of the Forest. And we're just going to set these guys right here. And that'll be fine. So all we need to do now is just set some cakes around here. And they will eat them as needed. So these guys are really good. And I'm gonna have to destroy a cake, just so that the mana spreader can give us more mana. So that'll start getting set off. Let's see. We need to get all of this stuff turned into more mana. And we're getting there with that. So it's just going to take some time with that. I will make the Runes of Earth here in a moment once we're done with that. So the other thing I want to quickly make is a straw. Why do we want a straw? Well, straws are actually really useful at drinking liquids that you normally can't drink, such as coming over here and can we not drink off of that? I believe we can drink off of drums, which is perfect because we're going to be drinking essence. Hopefully this works. I don't actually know for sure. So let's just come down here. So if we wanted to drink the meat, we could, or the pink slime. But can we not drink essence? Okay, so that's not gonna work. Oh well, it was worth a shot. So basically, you can drink a bunch of different liquids. I was hoping to be able to drink the essence just to get more experience for the Rosa Arcana, but whatever. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. So the Cake Immerse will help a lot with our mana problems. So with that taken care of, plus these guys are going to be pretty good for a while. So we need to set up some more stuff so I can go AFK for a little bit longer and come back in a bit. So first thing we need to do, let's go drop off this iron real quick. Get the rest of that taken care of soon enough. So one of the next things we need to do is we need to turn this gold into where is it? Oh no, I clicked the wrong button. Crucible crafting. So we need to turn this gold into gold coins. So that's going to require, so we need 100, so we're going to need 500 magic, 500 permutatio, 500 lucro. So how are we doing on all of those? Lucrum we have plenty. Permutatio we need, actually that is, we have enough. Let's go ahead and gold coin. No, it's a golden coin. Yeah, it's a golden coin. It's 3 permutatio, so that is 300 that we'll need. So that's fine. And then magic, we need 500. So we need more magic. That's the only thing we need more of. So recipe uses. There we go. So what are some good things for magic? Ender pearls are always good. We're also going to need a ton of, for the actual Ocarinas, Ordo. So if we can find something that has Ordo as well. In fact, Ordo shards would be really good. Eldritch Eyes could be fine. Eyes of Ender. Yeah, Ordo shards would be really nice. As well as we could use Ender pearls. Silverwood. So let's get like 2 stacks of silverwood smelting up. And we're going to come down here. And we're going to put this in here. And golden coin. So I'm just going to do this kind of manually. I'm going to throw in a stack, and then that's going to be put into the system. And then I'll come put the rest of the gold in here in a little bit. So yeah, that'll be fine. So what's the other thing we're going to want to do? we're going to want to get, let's see, we're going to want to use the earth elements. So we need to use 100 earth elements. We gotta see this stuff with 100 rotten flesh to get blood blocks. And we're just going to put these in here like so. And each of these is going to require 200 LP, so that is 2,000 LP, right? 20,000, which we have plenty of. So that should not be a problem. And then the other 100 are going to be used with feathers. Our first 100 feathers, we'll put them over here to make, I believe, amethyst. We'll see here in a second. So that's another 20,000 LP. So we should have plenty of LP for all of this, but we're gonna let that run. And yeah, we are getting close to a lot of the stuff that we need. So once we have the golden coins, well, basically I'm gonna get a bunch more Ordo and let's see, order shards. We're gonna tell the system to make like 100 of those. I'm just gonna throw those in there. We're gonna tell the system to make just a ton of those. So once we have all of the golden coins, which we're halfway there with that, we're also going to need all of the rubies, which we are still getting closer with that. So once we have all of that stuff, I'm going to grab, once we have a good bit of mana, we're going to make the final set of runes with Botania and go from there. So I think, yeah, I think we're getting close to being done. So I'm going to keep the cake immerse and all this kind of stuff going. Babysit the mana, the Botania stuff, babysit the Thaumcraft stuff, and we'll get the rest of this stuff going as well. So another jump cut, and we'll come back when some stuff is done. And another little bit of time has passed. Been doing a lot of work with the cows and all that kind of fun stuff. But we do finally have all of the air runes. Let's see, what else did I do between these little clips? I also went ahead and came down here and told this guy to keep a bunch of Ordo. We're using beeswax, which we have a good bit of, and I've been collecting more. I've been processing the remainder of the combs, and beeswax has 3 Ordo, which is really, really good. So I figured that would probably be the best way to handle that. And we have like 5,000 and 2,000, so that will give us like 2,000 Ordo will give us 20 Ocarinas once we're there, and we are actually really close. So I went ahead and put 2 crafting stations down for the 100 of the artifacts. And here is everything else we need. So first thing first, we need to take these blood blocks and this rich slag that we got, and we'll just come down here and place it into induction smelter, and that will produce the what is it, demonic ingots. So once we can get all this stuff in here, we'll go handle the rest of it. Alright, cool. So that will be done in just like a moment, so that'll be fine. And then all of these runes of air, we're going to take 2 sets of these, and basically each set of alchemic chemistry sets is going to get a set of these guys. And what we're going to do is we get these air elements, and we're going to take a couple of each, and half of them get, or 100 of them, so a third of them get blue petals, and then the other 2/3 gets the feathers. And this is going to give us sapphires and mana. So we need 200 mana for the Ocarina, and for the artifacts we need 100 sapphires. So there is the demonic ingots, which we can easily just do one of these. Cool. So we just need sapphires. So that means, yeah, more off-camera work. Basically, I get to sit here and just process a bunch of these air elements, and we'll be good. So once we have that done, we'll take the sapphires, we will make the artifacts, and then we'll be ready to finish this up. So while we're kind of here, we have 3 quests ready for completion, and the last one that we really need to work on is the cyanide ingots, which, how close are we with that? Yellorium, with 24 more. Let's grab some coal, just in case. And we should be able to process pretty much the rest of this. We should be very close to this. So 24, we have 60, so that's going to be about 140. So yeah, we should be, once that's done, we'll have the rest of the cyanide ingots. So there's 139. We need 61. So I get to do some waiting around. Again, these guys are all going to be using up a good bit of blood, but honestly, it doesn't matter too much. So I will get all of this kind of stuff processed, and then we'll come back to basically finish this up. So 1, 2, 3, 2, 3. So I'm gonna go AFK for a little bit longer. So be right back. That took a lot less time than anything else so far. So we're still working on getting the rest of the mana, but we have everything else. The artifacts are done. There is 50. I'm gonna put those in here, and 50. So what's next? Well, we have all this cyanite. Let's go ahead and take care of this as well. So just making cyanite with sand and yellorium, pretty easy. And this will be one of the last quests we need to do. So we'll just grab all that, go to our quest book, manual submit, and we get a reward bag. Let's open it up. It's a legendary. We have a note in a jar. Okay, that's kind of cool. At this point, we don't really care. I'll be honest. Now, we're going to want to grab a wand. Doesn't matter what kind. And we're going to want to grab an autonomous activator. I do believe. And let's get like a solar panel or something. You know what? Let's go get a really good solar panel. There should be a bunch over here. Let's do one of these. Why not? And all we really have left to do, so everything, there's still more for the hoarding that we can't see, of course. We're going to see if those quests actually exist here in a little bit or not. Now, something I want to just briefly mention is, while we're waiting for that to be done, why not? So, we're going to need some servos. We're going to need to set this up. So, something I want to mention, just kind of real quick, is that, well, basically, the style of this episode is not going to be something I'm going to consistently do. This isn't my style, but this last quest has been so much just kind of off-camera work. Literally, I've been watching TV. I've been getting up, going into the other room, and watching TV. Because that's basically what I have to do. That's basically all I can do. So it's one of those things of like, I don't know if this is going to need a blacklist or not, but just for safety, let's go ahead and blacklist that. So it doesn't pull the artifact out, only the Ocarina. So, yeah, this is not going to be something that I'm going to do all that often. Uh, this style of episode, just because, well, there's not much reason to. Now, I don't believe, so we should see 30, yep, that works just fine. Now, I don't believe we really need to worry about too much with this, so yeah, it's a super easy infusion. But this is gonna be pretty much it. So the last thing I want to see if it will work is if we put an autonomous activator here, and of course I need to rotate it, which I don't have anything to do that with. Will it work how I think it will? Now we also need to go sleep, but yeah, this style of lots of heavy jump cuts is not something I really like to do. I do edit stuff like this sometimes, but expect more of the same of my normal style. This is just kind of a special occasion because I want to finish this map today, and we're pretty much there, so it's not a problem. So that should be like so. It is right click, I do believe, and sneaking. Oh, I know, it's... Will that work? I actually don't know. It's a right click. First slot only. Aim level high, low, sneaking. Nope. Okay. Well, it's trying to, but it's not working. So that's fine. I know that some of the vanilla redstone stuff works. So let's see if that will work. And then we'll go from there. So it would be a dispenser, I think. And let's just grab, for testing purposes, let's grab a lever. So I believe if we put this right here, facing the other way, and if we just, nope, it is continuously trying to put man on there. Alright, this isn't going to work either. I don't really want to do this manually. 62, 63 in both. One other idea, and let's break this. All right, so we're gonna do some things. Put that there, and since that is an inventory, we should be able to do transfer nodes with hyper rationing. So let's see if this works. Hyper rationing pipe. They'll go in there, but they're not trying to go in there, which is fine. Break that. Take these guys out. Break the chest. Now is this... Okay, so that's fine. That's at least smart enough. But these guys, for whatever reason, are trying to add more items than they should. But this should make it everything fine. And all we have to do is make sure that we didn't mess up the whole symmetry thing. So let's grab our arcane abacus again. And I know there's a way to... Okay, so just pedestals. There is a... Because I don't think it's... Droppers won't work either. I thought it was a dispenser, but I guess... Oh, let me think. there's gotta be a way. So let's take a look at our Thaumonomicon. And I want to just see if there's anything in here that it says about the runic altar, central pedestal. Let's see, you also need several more. Lastly, water jars. Yep. You can click on the matrix. Okay, so, and then all the fusion thing. So Automagi might have something. But I bet it would be attached to like a, well, I would assume that it would be attached to like a thing, the magical hourglass. I wonder. No, it can't be. No. I was gonna say, I wonder if it's just a redstone signal that it needs, but I mean, we can test that pretty easily. We can just put a redstone clock next to it. I don't know if there's a way to automate this or not. No? Okay. So, let's go ahead and do this for a moment and get the first one. So, I am going to see, I'm going to have to go through every single one of these infusions. And I'm going to have to see if there is a way to automate this or not with the wand. I don't know off the top of my head. I'm going to go look something up. If I find something, I will let you guys know. There is the, is it in Automagi? Or is it in Witching Gadgets? Yeah, I'm gonna look something up. I'm gonna look things up and see if there is a way to automate this guy. If there is, awesome. If there's not, well, whatever. Let's take this stuff, and I want to put like so, just so we can see how progress is doing. So it goes decently fast, but we're gonna probably run out of stuff, so I probably don't want to do it automatically anyways, or at least not all of them at once. So I might mess around with things. Let's actually just take a stack out from each of these guys, and then I'll just kind of judge based on how much Essentia I have and all that kind of fun stuff, whether or not it's worth it. So this is going to take a while. It's a lot of crafting. But once we are done with that, we are pretty much done with everything. So that's really all there is. We just need 100 of these Ocarinas. There's the first one. And yeah, so we have 34. So I need like 3,400 of both of these. So we're going to need more Ordo. I'm going to tell it to make a ton more order shards because it's just stone. And this should still be, let's bump this up to like 4,000. And then that way it will put in a bunch of beeswax, which we have a ton of. And to kind of help it along, I'm going to just take 3 more stacks and put them in here. So basically I get to set and babysit this for a little bit. I'm going to see if there's a way to automatically activate the infusion, because if there is, that'd be really nice. And I will let you guys know when I come back with all of this done. So be right back in like, hours for me and moments for you guys. Alright, so many hours later, I have been recording this all day. I've been working on this all day just to try to finish this map, and finally, it is kind of late at night for me, but we're almost there. So yeah, this has taken so long. I'll get to the automation on that in just a second. We'll get this started here in a moment as well. But yeah, this is taking so long, and the main thing was getting all of the essentia, specifically the aurum. Aurum was an absolute pain. So much so that I actually set up the Euclididaisy, as well as turned on the Eldritch Guardian mob spawner again, just to try to get as much aurum as possible. Now, let's craft this last one together. Well, more or less. But anyways, we just smack that and it will start taking all the ascension in. So why was the automation not working? Well, I actually kind of knew why, and I didn't think of it when I was trying to do it. By the way, we have way too many cows now. I kind of let that breeding go a little crazy. So I actually knew the reason, and it's an interesting effect with Thaumcraft. So basically, fake players cannot activate research, cannot do the infusion altar stuff unless they have the research for whatever they're trying to activate. So in order for us to automate this with a wand click, with like an autonomous activator or something, we would actually need to teach the autonomous activator the research we are using. And unfortunately, as far as I'm aware, at least through looking through everything with this mod pack, what we have access to, there is no way. So far as I can tell. So typically there is a Thaumcraft add-on called Thaumic Tinker. That would work. It has a item called the Tome of Knowledge Sharing or something along those lines, and that would actually give you would allow you to teach the autonomous activator, which creates a fake player, and it could stand here. It can sit here and activate rituals. We're almost done with it. Oh my gosh. It's been a long time doing this mod pack, and to be honest, this episode's going to be a little bit long, but it's not going to be that bad. So we have 100 Ocarinas now. Now here's the fun part. You know what? We're gonna do this right. So unfortunately, the Ocarinas don't stack. Something I noticed, they do not stack whatsoever. So what we're gonna do. Quest delivery system. Let's just go grab one. We have one over here. And just break all of this. Okay, cool. So, yeah. In order to do that, there is other ways to automate this guy, but I went with the old-fashioned way at the end of the day, and that was I sat here with the wand selected and put something on my mouse to just right-click constantly, and it worked pretty well. So yeah, when in doubt, use old-school automation. So we're gonna put this guy here, and we need to select task. There we go. The ultimate quest, and please, no more. No more. I don't want to have to make anything else. So there we go. It should start pulling all the Ocarinas in there, and this will kind of finish it up. So if we look at 2 quests available for completion, there is a quest we can't complete, which is the Sky Farm. We're going to complete that manually here in a moment once we're done with this. But something I like to do is kind of give my thoughts on a series once it's kind of finishing up, because we are pretty much done. I've said this before, and for me it was like yesterday I said this, but this mod pack did get an update fairly recently, so the possibility of revisiting it is there. I don't know if I will, to be perfectly honest, but I might see what's different, see what's new, whatnot, see if it's worth playing through again. If I do, it'd probably be a stream, not a actual like let's play series. Sort of like how I want to go back and play the original Agrarian Skies and actually try to complete it before my world basically crashes. So it's just kind of one of those things. But overall, you can tell this is an unfinished pack, at least in this state. But it is a true sequel to Agrarian Skies 1. Fairly grindy at the end with a lot of the quests, but that good balance of kind of walking you through what you need to do and not really telling you. So I like some of the things. I feel like the custom NPCs are a little lackluster. Don't think we ever did anything with any of this stuff, so I don't know. But we are getting close to being done with this. So what's next? Well, I have a couple packs in mind. I actually want to move away from skyblock for the next series for this time slot. But I'm not entirely sure which one I'm going to do yet. Both of them are considered expert mode packs. They're relatively new. One is, I believe, a 1.7 pack. The other is a newer pack. I don't know if it's 1.12. I know that one has a different version of Thaumcraft and Botania as well. So, and I don't know if it has Blood Magic in it or not. I don't remember. But there's a couple ones. We're going to stay away from the Skyblocks for the next series anyways. There are other Skyblocks that I still want to do, so we're going to come back to Skyblocks. I mean, it's one of those things that is kind of... Skyblocks allow you to kind of make everything nice and organized, and you have plenty of room, but it also devoids the player of... it makes you do this type of stuff rather than like automated mining or going and physically mining. So, yeah, there's pros and cons, but let's actually take the last one out, and I want to manually submit it. So yeah, all in all, I do like this pack. I think my biggest criticism is the Thaumcraft. I would have liked a way to craft the Crimson Rites. That is something that was very, very nice in Regrowth. And I'd love to see this mod pack do something similar with that, but obviously it didn't. We had to get the Crimson Cultist and all that kind of fun stuff. And then I would have liked to seen some sort of way to get Primordial Pearl duplication. That would have been nice as well. So 99 out of 100, manually submit the last one and claim reward. So we have completed everything we possibly can. We got a legendary reward bag. Let's see what we got. Is it going to be worth it? Probably not. It's a mystery. Alright, well. Well, that was a mystery. And that was a gas. So, okay. Well, whatever. Alright, so I'm going to go sleep, and then we are going to complete the last quest that, well, we can. By the way, just to give you an idea of how long I've been working on this today, this is about the instability of the infusion is about where I cut the last episodes, or the last clip. So yeah, a lot of things. And like I said before, I do not plan on doing more episodes like this unless it's something special, like, you know, a final episode. So this is kind of a special situation because, well, this last quest has been just a lot of grindy and repetitiveness, which is kind of normal for Agrarian Skies. So we have one quest on claim rewards. I believe that's in the Mob Hunter. Yeah, we'll go ahead and get that again. So now we need to do some cheaty cheats. Command is HQM edit. There we go. So we have the OP edition, which means we can go in and this guy, it doesn't have bedrock. So we're just going to go ahead and manually complete it and claim the reward. So invalid item was whatever. We'll open the good reward bag. Why not? Thorn's book is whatever. And now we need to look and see. I don't know that we can see any of the secret quests because they are completely hidden. I don't know if there's a way to activate them. So, we can Guild of Engineers. What? You know, we're gonna mess with these. We're gonna. Can I not mess with that? Reputation. I don't know how to handle the reputation stuff. So maybe there's something with that. I don't know. But honestly, I don't know that we can do anything else in here. Because I can't see any of the other quests. So we're going to go ahead and call this a series. So I might look and see if there is any other quests that we can like unlock. I know that some quests are, I believe some of the Storage Wars quests were hidden behind making different things. I don't know if there's anything else like that in here. If there is, I might make a short episode on that. But otherwise, this is going to be it for Agrarian Skies 2. It has been a journey. Definitely. It's taken me 112 episodes. But, right? Yeah. Yeah, 112. But we finally did it. So what's next? Well, more Minecraft stuff, and we'll go from there. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. It has taken me actually days to complete, and I hope you guys enjoyed this series overall. So I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!